One of the biggest mysteries ever is the so-called lead masks case, which was a series of events that led to the deaths of two men, Miguel Views and Manuel Cruz, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. On August 17, 1966, the two men who were working as electronics technicians left Campos dos Goitacazes, saying that they wanted to buy some materials for work. The two men, apparently the same day, boarded on a bus to Niterói and arrived at 2:30 p.m. Then they purchased from a nearby shop 2 waterproof coats. They also bought a bottle of water from a nearby bar. The waitress stated that Miguel was really nervous and that he was frequently checking his watch. The two men in general seemed to be in a hurry. This was the last time they were seen alive, and it is presumed that they went directly from the bar to the location of Vintam Hill, where their bodies were discovered by a man who was flying a kite near there on August 20th, 1966, meaning 3 days after they were last seen alive. After the man contacted the authorities, the police team arrived at the scene a day later due to the difficult terrain of the Vintam Hill, along with some firefighters. At that point they noticed oddities. The two men were laying dead next to each other, partly covered by grass. They were both formally dressed and even wore the 2 waterproof coats they had previously bought. This is where the mystery, however, really begins. The two men had lead eye masks covering their eyes, and despite being dead, no signs of trauma or evidence of struggle were found. Next to them was a packet that contained 2 wet towels, and also lying next to them was a small notebook with some pretty eerie instructions written in Portuguese, which translated out to 4:30 p.m. be at specified location, 6:30 p.m. ingest capsules. After the effect, protect metals, await signal mask. The now empty water bottle was also found at the scene. An investigation was made on the victims' houses, and many mask-making materials as well as literature revolving around spirits were found. A testimony of a friend of the 2 deceased men claimed that they were members of a group of scientific spiritualists. An esoteric diary was also discovered at the scene where the 2 bodies laid. It corroborated the claim of the man with its content. An autopsy was made after a little bit of delay, since the coroner was very busy at the time. In the autopsy, however, no traumas were found, and the internal organs were too badly decomposed for any reliable testing regarding toxic substances. The cause of the deaths of the 2 men is a mystery, but there are several theories. The most plausible one is that the 2 men died due to radioactive materials they had been experimenting with. But even if that is the case, there are several loose ends, such as the notebook with the cryptic instructions, as well as a lack of a proper explanation regarding the equipment found at the scene. Even the theory of a foul play seems pretty unlikely due to the lack of any trauma. Another theory is the one of a paranormal phenomenon. Because of the equipment used, such as the waterproof coats, the empty water bottle, the lead masks they were making, and of course the instructions found. It has been stated that they have been trying to come into contact with aliens, UFOs, ghosts, or some other paranormal-like entity. It is suggested that the equipment used was necessary in order to meet up with aliens, and that the lead masks were used to shield off the blinding and perhaps dangerous light coming out of the UFOs. There are even rumors of UFOs being spotted around the area on the days the 2 men were dead. According to this theory, something went wrong and the 2 died either prior or after the alien or other paranormal contact. The case is still to this day unsolved, and we may never find out what exactly happened to the 2 men, Miguel Jose Viana and Manuel Pereira da Cruz, that cost their lives.